Hey, how's it going everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. Alright, so for this video, I'm going to be talking about everything happening in Pokemon Go during this week. And I'm going to be straight with you right now, it's going to be a bit of a down week. There's really not much to do this week, and if you were planning to take a break from Pokemon Go, this is definitely the week to do it. The reason why I say that is because when it comes to the in-game events and when it comes to the raiding content, there's really not a whole lot that Niantic is offering. So if you wanted to take a little bit of a break from Pokemon Go, I really do think that now is going to be the right time. Because when it comes to January 2025, which is going to be in about a week, there's definitely going to be a lot of content during that month, and you will probably want to save all of your resources like Pokecoins, incubators, and raid passes for all the stuff that's going to be coming during that month. But when it comes to this week, there really isn't too much that is actually worth those resources, except for maybe one thing. But yeah, let's start this off by talking about the in-game events, starting off with the Holiday Part 2 event, which has already kicked off as of yesterday. The Holiday Part 2 event is going to go until December 27th at 8 o'clock p.m. local time. The featured Pokemon is going to be Wooloo wearing a holiday attire, along with its evolved form Dubwool also getting holiday attire. And Seatotal is also going to be a featured Pokemon, mainly because they're going to be debuting its shiny form. Now during this event, we're going to have the following event bonuses. You're going to get double the amount of experience when you catch Pokemon, and you're going to get 50% more experience when you do raids. Now, let's go over the wild encounters during this event. You're going to see an increase of Alolan Rattata, Murkrow, Galarian Zigzagoon, Blitzel, Vanillite, Tynamo, as well as the new Wooloo wearing holiday attire. I'm really glad to see that the new Wooloo is going to be something that will be catchable in the wild, and it's not something that's going to be locked behind 7km eggs or raid battles. There's also going to be an uncommon amount of Absol as well, so if you want to get yourself an Absol for Mega Evolutions, then this could be a great event for you to get one. Now, this Holiday Part 2 event is not the only thing happening this week. We are also going to be getting a Hatch Day featuring two baby Pokemon, Elekid and Magby. The Charged Embers Hatch Day is going to be on Sunday, December 29th from 2 o'clock p.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. local time, and the featured Pokemon for this Hatch Day is going to be Elekid and Magby. Now we're going to be getting the following event bonuses. We're going to get double the amount of candy when you hatch Pokemon, you're going to get an increased chance of hatching shiny Elekid and shiny Magby, and you're going to have an increased chance at receiving 2km eggs when you spin photo discs. Now during this event there's going to be a paid timed research. If you purchase it, you're going to get double the amount of Stardust when you hatch eggs, you're going to get yourself 1 star piece and 1 super incubator, as well as 2500 experience. Now something that they're doing with this Hatch Day that they haven't done before is that they're going to be extending the bonuses related to this Hatch Day for the entire weekend. Between December 27th at 10 o'clock a.m. local time until December 29th at 5 o'clock p.m. local time, you're going to get a half egg hatching distance bonus. And there's also going to be field research task rewards that's going to award you with Stardust and experience, and there's going to be some bonuses in the web store for specifically incubators. Alright, let's switch gears and talk about PvP. So during this week, we're going to have the following leagues active in the Go Battle League. Until this Tuesday, December 24th, we're going to have the Open Master League along with the Holiday Cup Little Edition. Now, after December 24th until December 31st, we're going to have the Great League, Ultra League, and Master League as the active leagues, and this is a great opportunity for you to get a whole bunch of rewards and to get higher ranks within the Go Battle League. If you have a really strong team in any of these leagues, then this is definitely going to be an opportune time for you to get a lot of battles done. Now, let's talk about this Tuesday Spotlight Hour, which unfortunately is going to be happening on December 24th, which is Christmas Eve, but it's going to be featuring the Pokemon Delibird. It's going to be happening this Tuesday between 6 o'clock p.m. and 7 o'clock p.m. local time, in which a whole bunch of Delibird are going to be spawning with a 2x candy for transferring Pokemon bonus. Now, the key thing here is that Delibird does give you bonus Stardust, so this could essentially be a great Stardust farming event. But it is happening on Christmas Eve, where a lot of people are spending time with their families, so I really do think not a lot of players are actually going to care about this one. Now in terms of raid battles, we're going to have the continuation of Mega Latias in Mega Evolution raids until December 26th, but afterwards we're going to have Giratina Altered Form in 5-star raids, and it's going to be the 5-star raid boss until January 4th. Now, of course, this Wednesday's raid hour, which is going to be happening on Christmas Day, is going to be featuring Mega Latias and not Giratina Altered Form. That means if you do not need Mega Latias, then you could totally skip out on this raid hour. It's definitely not going to be worth it because between the two Eon legendaries, I will say that Latias is the weaker choice. So yeah, you could totally skip out on this one. This is not really a Mega Evolution that's going to give you a huge impact. I would say that you should spend that time with your family instead. It's definitely going to be more worthwhile. And then lastly but not least, let's talk about the Max Monday, which is actually going to be happening tonight on December 23rd from 6 o'clock p.m. to 7 o'clock p.m. local time. It's going to be featuring the Pokemon Dynamax Cryogonal. So if you need this particular Dynamax Pokemon, then make sure you participate during tonight's Max Monday. But I will say that there are better options when it comes to Dynamax Pokemon. So yeah, essentially this is going to be a bit of a down week. There's really not much in terms of content. I mean, the only real thing that is worth your raid passes is going to be Giratina Altered Form, but even then, it's going to be a bit niche because you really only need this Pokemon if you're someone who is dedicated to PvP, but outside of PvP, there's going to be so many better options compared to Giratina Altered Form when it comes to Dragon types and Ghost types, that really, all you really have to do is just save your raid passes. Maybe just do your daily free raid passes on Giratina Altered Form in hopes of getting a good one. But outside of that, I really do not think this week is going to be worth you spending a whole bunch of Pokecoins for either raid passes or incubators. Even that hatch day, it's going to be for 2 Pokemon that already had a community day. So getting a shiny is not going to be difficult from trades if you do not have either of them. And even if you want high IVs of either of these Pokemon, it's still not going to be worth spending a whole bunch of incubators. This is definitely a hatch day that I suggest you skip out on because we're definitely going to get better hatch days in the future and you should save up your incubators for those events. So yeah, this week is a bit of a wash. I really do think that you should take a bit of a break. I think this is a great opportunity for you to spend some time with family and friends, especially over the Christmas holidays. And I really do think that for everything that's going on in Pokemon Go, I do think that there needs to be a lot of improvements. Otherwise, people are just going to kind of fall away from the game because yeah, I am very hopeful for the month of January. I think there's a lot of great content that Niantic is going to be pushing out, but at least for December, it's been a bit of an up and down. There have been some moments where there was some really great content, but like this week, there's also been some down moments. So yeah, I think it's unfortunate that Niantic is finishing off 2024 on a bit of a weak note, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, hopefully in 2025, it's going to be a lot stronger. But for now, yeah, I think it's good time for all of us to take a bit of a break. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know your thoughts regarding everything that I talked about down below. Am I completely off base here? And is there something related to this week that is actually super important? If you think so, definitely share what that is down below in the comments and let's have a great discussion. And if you totally agree with me and you feel like this week is totally boring and not worth your time, then definitely share your reasons why as well. That's definitely worth some great discussions. And thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it and found it to be informative. And if you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here. And also don't forget that little bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And real quick, let me give a shout out to all of my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support the Jinsula channel, the absolute best way to do so is by joining my Patreon. And for everyone who becomes a paid Patreon member, they get a permanent spot on my in-game Pokemon Go friends list. So that means for stuff like remote raids in the friendship system, if you want to play Pokemon Go with me, then do consider joining my Patreon. And if you want to support my channel in a completely different way, you could do so by following me on social media. My handle is @Jinsula. I'm on the platforms that you see on screen. Make sure you go over there and give me a follow, and you'll have exclusive access to some great content. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you in the next one.